Hey everybody, this is Paul at NC Grass Plugs. Behind me you can see my lawn is doing great, even in this shaded area that doesn't get sun. Anyway, I'm out here to share a quick video with you on the question that is most frequently asked of me, and that question is, when is the best time to plant plugs? And the answer to that is almost always the current time, which is right now, whenever that is. The current time is always going to be best between early spring through fall. Now that's between frosts, your last frost of the year to your first frost of the year. And that is so that the plugs don't have that added stress. But typically, since they're in the ground, they're going to be fine and insulated. The most important thing is the amount of grow time that you have. So the earlier you get them in the ground, the more grow time they'll obviously have. So there's no reason to wait until spring just because you think that's the best time to plant plugs. There's a lot of things happening under the ground, and those are going to be things that you can't see, which are going to be your roots and rhizomes are establishing and spreading. Now, planting in the fall, you will not see a ton of top growth on these plugs. All right, so we just got done plugging in these. It's about 3 full trays of plugs that we threw in here. Didn't really measure. All right, so what we're going to do next with these plugs is we're going to go ahead, since it's early September, we're okay to apply fertilizer one last time. But if you look right here in the edge of the Bermuda, you can see we dropped some plugs in here. And what we're going to do with this Bermuda grass is we are going to spray some recognition and fusillade on here to push this Bermuda line over as we're growing in. And just to let you know, you can spray herbicides on zoysia grass plugs or any grass plugs because they are not seedlings. These are fully grown plants in a potted form. So from here, right about here over is where we added the plugs in earlier in the video, and I just sprayed out this section over here about a week or two ago with the recognition and fusillade herbicides. So let's get down here and take a look at how it's filled in completely in a year, and we've done nothing to it. It's even filling in into shade where we get only 2 hours of sunlight a day. So that's the difference between El Toro in almost complete shade, and over here is common Bermuda, and it won't even try to get close to the tree. And even the plugs here in the shade are spreading. So that answers the question, can you plug in the fall? Is fall a good time to plug? And the answer is definitely yes. As a matter of fact, I recommend fall planting over spring planting because your plugs will come out of dormancy in the spring with more vigor and accelerated growth due to the roots that have established in the fall and able to live in dormancy and come out stronger. So fall is a great time to plant. I don't care what anybody says. That is one of my recommendations, and it is a huge misconception. People just believe it's a bad time of the year to plant, and it is not. It's an excellent time to plant. So there's old Sarah. This year I have fertilized my front yard twice, and I'm constantly having to water because we've been in a drought for the past almost a month, and it's just bone dry out here. So there we go. Proof that fall planting is an excellent time to put plugs in the ground. As a matter of fact, I would tend to say that it's better than the springtime to plant because the grass plugs have time to establish, set their roots, and get happy and get over the shock of the plant, where in spring you go through that process of a little bit of shock and trying to establish. We've already passed that. So a spring planted plug is going to not perform as well as a fall planted plug, and at least in the sense of speed of establishment. So there we are, and I'm going to be bringing you more videos next season for sure. We'll talk about that online If you want to message me, hit me up on my Facebook page at NC Grass Plugs.